Alright, again, thank you for watching. This is my Attack on Titan gameplay and review. You may be familiar with the anime released a few years back. Nice little story about a kingdom behind a giant wall divided down by other little kingdoms or towns inside of it. One day these titans, which is what the walls were built for, suddenly started appearing. They broke through the wall, and these are the group of kids in this case that train to fight through. Now, I'm going to do some reviews on Steam It about both Season 1 and Season 2, and I'm going to do the review here of the game today. Now, this game starts off, and I've played this game for a while. This game starts off somewhere towards the beginning of Season 1 of the animated series. It runs through what Season 1 was, does a little bit in between, and introduces what Season 2 was and sort of goes into it. It's got multiple modes. We're going to start with looking at the gallery here. I haven't unlocked everything, but there's quite a bit. There's information on each of the characters here. Everybody knows the main character, Eren. Armin is his best friend. Mikasa is basically the one that was going to protect him through everything, and it goes through, and there's a whole bunch of characters to be able to do. It looks like I only need a couple more of these. One more. Yeah, I only need one more to complete the public information. Regiments is the groups that were involved, and it's got a brief description, photos of things, videos. So we'll play through this first one here. So that's a brief opening. Video gallery, it's a wonderful thing on here. Music, great classic style music. I've collected all of these so far, which I think you just get by the gameplay. Different people that it can explain towards. Looks like I've only got about half of them. Equipment, I haven't even cracked all the equipment that you can unlock and build during this game. 40% of each of these, it looks like. Less than 40 even. I do have all the horses though. Now, the Titans in general, I think it's just going to show, these are just what the Titans look like, different types. And there's still a few more to unlock. Basically, Titans are humanoids, giants, but the one thing different is they have no actual anatomy. So there's no, well, there's no private parts to show, which is kind of cool. The options on the game, it's got crossplay, so you can play it on the PSP or the PS4. The tips and tricks, basically it tells you how to deal with everything you deal with throughout the game. There's two modes. There's the story mode and the survey missions. Survey missions is like multiplayer. The attack mode is the story. So, as we know, 100 years ago, these Titans started coming through. They did their thing. You know, great, whatever, however, it just ends up being what it is. I've maxed out a few of the characters. Some of them I haven't even played. Some of them are getting close. Levi is one of the best characters in the game, oddly enough. We'll go ahead and, let's see. Yeah, he's got one more left. So we're going to start with Levi as the character we're playing, because I've gone through the main story so far. There's still main story to go. There's still others. There's missions to go through. There's weapons to buy and build, and it's a farming game, definitely. Show you this real fast here. You can talk to these people. Honestly, it doesn't matter. They give you quests and they don't give you quests. It just all depends on who they are. But they've got their little commentary to go through. Then we go over here, and I'm doing this in a specific order here just because. So, of course, I've bought all the war horses, so they don't have any more for me to take. And over here, they've got two things. They've got the blades, which we'll see if there's any I can build. This is your 3 primaries. So these are ones I have that I can upgrade. These are ones I don't have something, such as in this case the money to complete. And it goes through all kinds of these, and mostly it ends up being the cost on things. So money is one thing. Also, if you notice, it shows what you need to gather to be able to go through. So say I want to upgrade to the 3rd generation blade here. I need to find A grade ultra hard steel, 3 of them. Okay. So there's other things in here. You can modify the equipment just the same. It basically is upgrades of different sorts. Again, it's basically upgrading what you've already got to the next level. Fortify, I haven't figured this out exactly, but it's find your base weapon, add a material to it, and see if it raises things up. You don't really want to do anything that's going to put minuses on things. And then cash in is basically sell. Over here, you can buy or sell different items, and you'll see that there's lots of items I have whole bunches of, and lots of them I have very few of. Go to the sell. So say I've got 111 A-grade steel that are worth 220 each. I'm going to sell 11 of them. Makes me 2,000. Yay. Sell 20 of these just because. And what I'm selling is I'm selling a bunch of common things that I may or may not come across, but I don't want them to go under 100 because I don't know what they need yet. So we sold a bunch, we got money back from it. We're going to go back over here just because we're going to go for new blades. Now, before I do this, I want to go through and look at some of the options. So 513, 500, 100, 300. These are what I currently have. Instructor Blade 3 is the highest I've got. So let's see if we can find out if there's a higher than Instructor Blade 3. Not there. We'll go ahead and upgrade this. It's not going to help much, but no, probably not going to upgrade anything. Okay, so there's nothing for the upgrades that I'm looking for here. This is why you end up having to farm the game a whole bunch. You've got to go through and get all these items and be able to go through. I've had the training blades. A-grade ultra hard steel is what we're going to go after. Now, we may not actually get to go through it. There's lots of these guys to talk to. They have nothing important to say except that exclamation point. That's going to be new quest option. And I clicked too fast too many times, so it didn't tell all the details. Now, that big red, that's story. This is revisit stuff that I've already gone through. This is the missions. Now, tasks. All these check mark, these are what I've done. 10 titans, it doesn't say where. 10 small titans is what I have to kill. So we're going to find out where we can go here. It tells me all these different places I can go for what they are. So we're going to start towards the beginning. And if you see the star difficulty, tells about how difficult this will be. So if I went to, say, the last battlefield here, I haven't done nothing, and it's supposed to be real hard. And I've also gotten the end portion of it. So we're just gonna go here. I'm gonna start at the first one because I should be able to complete something. Now, if you've played any of, say, the Spider-Man games or anything like that, not the arcade beat-em-up games, but the ones where you swing through the buildings, this game is very much the same as all of those games. Lots of running or riding your horse to the next Titan, trying to get to where you cut things off. You'll see markings on their bodies to tell you what has items on it. We'll see how it is. And when you go through these levels, you can come up to these guys, you can enlist them into your groups, and you grow your group into powerful, and then you head out. And first things first, you always want to and there you go, starting to kill them off. Lock on, jump, swing, and attack. Boom. Take something out, you get a material. Those materials add up really fast in the game. This part sucks because if you don't escape them, not escaping them is a bad thing. Now I got my focus built up. And I finished the first one, and of course, as soon as you get somewhere and think, okay, I'm getting far, and your horse follows you around through the game. And some of these areas are a little bit mazy type to go through. And the overall is, the whole game is literally exactly what I'm doing now. It's fast-paced. You're literally trying to do what you can to kill all of the Titans as you come across them. You can actually select your points that you're attacking. I am just kind of doing it quickly just to run through. This is hopefully not going to be a long run, but I'm hoping to get... I don't want to kill the final target yet. Although it looks like I may have to. Yep, already. So I don't get a whole lot of bonus out of it other than the sake that I did it and I did it in a decent time. If I had killed through, another Titan would have showed up for a big, huge battle. Things would have been different. I would have seen some basically future way of looking at things. I didn't kill 10 Titans, so I didn't complete the quests. Got an A rating. Got some experience. Special rewards is items that you picked up. And then here's what you get out of the actual pickup of everything. And it tells you 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. And then, boom, you're off to the next level. Literally, other than the little tiny bit of story that it puts into this game, that is all this game is. Once you go through and beat everything just to clear each of the maps, I was mentioning others. There's like 3 other Titan types that come up. There's a Beast Titan or a Hairy Titan, the Female Titan, and there's an Armored Titan. These are more difficult combats. You have to fight certain ways and be able to do things. We're going to go for a medium to hard area. Do one more combat. So it takes about 15 minutes to get through an easy one. We're doing a medium, right about centered for it, and we're going to go through this. I know I didn't make anything to help me get anything, so I'm just kind of working towards what's next. A lot of what I'm after is, well, mostly what I'm trying to earn here by playing is the equipment deliberately, and the money would be the next thing. So all of the main portions here. First thing you do is save everybody as fast as you can. First one is not done. And this one actually is kind of cool because what it's showing me is to actually go and kill a crowd of them in this area. And as you see, they're still coming up. And it does make you do stupid things like take bridges over instead of swing across and just be able to go. And as you play, your blades break, you run out of gas, things like that. Yeah, one more done. Alright, so that should be all of the main missions.
気を抜くのは早い。まだ巨人は残っている。
Alright, I think this is an armored one, otherwise it's just another big one. It's actually harder than the others. Alright. So that's all of them, so they won't let me attack him anymore. I mean, I can attack, but that's all it does. So, ended up with, I'm sure, a few materials. I probably got a A grade or an S grade on it. Let's find out. S grade. A grade. Okay. So that's great. Some good rating on it. I leveled up. I got to finish leveling up him himself. The regiment is a different kind of leveling. Notice it's at 83. Two different kinds of leveling. 29 special rewards. Bunch of medals. Decent grade medals for that matter. And decent amounts. And I completed a request. And of course, another request. And they'll keep giving you quest after quest after quest. Now, I was for a while talking to all of them like it was necessary. It is, but it isn't. So let's go ahead and see if I can do a main quest here. Southern region, unexplored battlefield. There we go. Okay, so it wants me to do these. So, all-out battle, blah, blah, blah. They're all going to be on the hard side. So we'll go ahead and do this one here. It's no different than the other mission. We'll see real fast. It's the same thing, and that's where the negative part of this actually comes in, is because it's a whole lot of the exact same thing over and over again. We did a random easy one, we did a medium one to complete the request. Now we're doing an actual mission that's hard, and I don't think I chose the right one, but we're just going to go through and see how it turns out. and figures somebody gets me from behind. Now, the button combination for the play on this it actually turns out to be really, really stupidly simple. It's square X triangle. R1 square X triangle. Square X triangle. Square X triangle. Lock on with R1. Square X triangle. R1 square X triangle. Square X. Square X triangle. Square X triangle. Square X triangle. Square X triangle.
お世話になりました。
死にたくなく自制するんだ。おとなしくしてよ。すみません。援護を頼みます。おとなしくしてよ。まだ終わりじゃねえ。すげえな。さすがは先輩ってわけか。
Square X triangle. Square X triangle. Square X triangle.
おとなしくしてよ。悪いな。助かったぜ。
気にしないでください。
救援要請無視はできねえ。おとなしくしてよ。おとなしくしてよ。
すみません、加勢してください。
俺の敵だ。
サシャ、ごめんね。今度またパンをあげるから。何度だって助けますよ。
Notice a resemblance to Spider-Man yet?
Spider-Man 私とはまるで動きが違う。見習わなきゃ。
助かったぜ。礼はまた今度な。
まだ戦闘中です。気合い入れ直しましょう。
Now, just because I haven't done it, I'm gonna...
あれは助けないとまずいですよ。
Well, I was gonna do the horse, but the horse got me in a corner.
ものすげえ暮らしやがって。まとめと相手じゃねえ。おとなしくしてる。俺の時だ。兵士として最善を尽くすだけだ。どうして奴は気こした。気をつけねえと。どうして誰か手を貸してくれ。まだ生きてる。ああ、そう簡単にはやられん。お前ら。
Alright, final target has showed up.
腹をくれ。まとめか相手してどうしてバカ。
That's one of those special type moves. It's not really a special move, but if you do it right, you actually can get multiple attacks on him.
仲間なんだから当然だよ。
こなしちまった。
And then we're going to go fight the big one just because. Why not?
Nani? あの巨人怖いよ。
Attack him. Get some help just because. And this actually, well, it would have done more, but of course everybody was already there, so. Another A rating. Now he's leveled up. Wings of Freedom. So now I can actually take out 4 or 5 pieces at a time. Got lots of parts for this. Doesn't look like anything I was actually hoping to get. Because it's finished, I unlocked more portions. I need to do this with all the other people on here. That's some of the side things that keep you going on here. And then, of course, I completed a request. Of course I did. I went through and did a whole bunch here. So we go and she's not there for me to give the quest finish to. That's okay. So we finished that main quest over there. Basically, it's telling me finish all the things I've done. So, and this is something interesting here. This was a Titan I chose to be the center of town statue. It was random. It was one of the first ones I picked just randomly. So now I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Now, there's a bit of story in the middle of all of this. It may not show a whole lot to it right now, but when you go out on certain quests, it gives you, like when I finished that last area with all those hard quests, when I finish all of those areas, it's going to give me a regular quest. It's going to have something going on in the middle of it that it's going to tell me, oh, blah, 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 this is what's happening. It's going to have an animation just like going into it. Somebody's going to need something, somebody's going to scream, a different Titan's going to show up, and people are going to question it. That's great. It was a lot more of them at the beginning of the game than there is now, but they're so far and in between. 20 to 30 minutes a fight, up to an hour a fight, depending on how well you farmed out your items. It gets hard on the fingers trying to just slap those 3 buttons at the same time. R1, square, X, triangle, triangle. R1, square, X, X, triangle. And you're moving, and you've got control of yourself in the air. Not the greatest, but you got control to find out your angles. That makes it fun. Now, I don't know if it'll let me actually show you this, but I have download content on here. And it's not going to let me do it without going to the store. I have the Season 1 content on the game. Unfortunately, I don't know what parts it is. It just adds a few extra quests and whatnot. I got it because I thought I was almost done with the game at the time, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the anime. When the second season came out, I enjoyed that. I haven't seen the high school version or whatever they called that one. But if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, if you're a fan of the Spider-Man games at all, or just a swinging idea, if you want a fast-paced attack, hack and slash in the sky type game, and a farming game, this is the game for you. If you don't like farming, this is not a game for you. If you don't like hack and slash, not a game for you. I like hack and slash on occasion. I am an RPG player, so grinding and farming is something I'm used to. This doesn't have a whole lot of those aspects, but it has enough of them. It does make for fun. Now, next time I play, when it has me choose my character, I'm going to choose one of these level 1s or less. It looks like Armin was the next one that I'll be working on. And when I get through him, I'll work on the next one. And I'll do this as it goes through, because now Levi's finished. And you can tell by the whites to the greens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7 characters to level up, and I'm going to do it. I will probably then have the game finished by the time I do that, but it's a ways away, and I will eventually do it. So the graphics on this, just like the anime, the attack style, it is kind of like sitting in an orb trying to figure out which way you're swinging by how you aim your left controller. Your attack's fairly simple once you learn the patterns. There's some difficulty to it. There's things that I wasn't able to show while going through this. I definitely recommend picking this game up. Pick it up at a bargain. I think I paid $40 or $50 for it. If you can get it for less than that, that's what it's worth, is about 40 or less. To me, now that I've played through it and gotten bored with it and played through and whatnot, I would say it's a $20 to $30 game. So if you see it on those, pick it up, because it's well worth the time. I've put probably 20-something hours or better. I don't know if it even showed that. I put a lot of time into the game. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't say how much time I've put into the game, but figure I've put 25, maybe 40 hours into this game to get as far as I've gotten with it, and I have enjoyed almost everything I've done at short sit-downs of doing like I just did. 1 hour, 2 or 3, maybe 4 missions, and then off to do whatever else. So do pick this one up, give it a try. Join me on Steam It. I'm going to do a review later of my thoughts on the Attack on Titan anime also. It's probably, I don't know how that read will go. It'll probably be fairly good. I try not to do spoilers. I try to just introduce what it is, what we know, and leave the whole main story out. Just my thoughts on it. I don't like to give spoilers on things most of the time, but I will do it when it just kind of comes out as I type things up. So, for now, happy gaming and game on.